every year that this game comes around, the Melbourne Storm players and some staff head across there and take part in some of the ceremonies. So these pictures that you're seeing on screen right now, this is the eerie part that it still gives me goosebumps watching it now.
Brings back some memories?
It does, mate, it does.
Well, I was just taking a look there, Speedy, and yeah, the Rabbits have got that Anzac strip on. It looks great, but it reminds me a lot of the Storm alternate strip, but the Storm are in purple tonight.
What a day it has been. And now under lights in Melbourne.
Yeah, the late offload.
Now Hughes with Pappenhausen chasing in behind the fullback. The two number ones go at it. What about the poise from Pappy? And the bounce set up beautifully for it.
Down the right-hand side. Harvey Norman replay. Lovely hands. Late offload. Eli Katoa, he chose to take him on, then got a nice ball around the outside. And this is where they catch the Rabbitohs all out of position. Jerome Hughes, he just has a look up. Just says, here, Pappy, run onto this, mate. And he's got a golden bounce.
The better of Gray and set up this opportunity for Nick Meaney, who adds the two. And Grant just assessing where the numbers were, goes to the other front rower, late offload. Here's the danger. Munster does kick. Xavier Coates worked it all out. That is brilliant.
Harvey Norman replay, late offload by King. And the key is you have to move the ball laterally, get it to one of your ball players. Munster, well, that was 6 to go. He kicks on play 0, as only Cameron Munster would. There was a future immortal next to me shaking his head. I know, and it wasn't Brenton Speed. But that's the way he plays Munster, Cameron.
No, it is. He sees
and it wasn't David Middleton too.
Stop South Sydney tidying up the scraps. Cook from the scrum. It's on here. Jai Gray goes to Gagai. Oh, what a show of strength. Will Warbrick. How did they not score there?
Straight back. How do they sprint back? It's just relentless. He's a try saver. He gets his hips in there and just the strength to hold him up. That time.
So Munster says, I'll just slow things down a little longer. The halves combine now. Hawkins to Walker. This time for Gagai. And South Sydney have their opener.
Cody.
You just see him here drift across field, show Hyde, show Nick Meaney in two minds. Just holds him up and that creates the space.
There's the setup play from King. Still two more plays here for Hughes to go to Munster. Over the top, Xavier Coates in cruise control. In Coates' corner again for a first half double.
Harvey Norman replay. Lovely left shift by the Melbourne Storm. And just look at the cluster of players. It was a lovely pass by Cam Munster and the timing of Xavier Coates running onto that football. But the cluster of players right here on the screen, that's what does all the damage to the South Sydney defensive line. You just see them sitting on their heels, waiting. The Storm are dictating. And that man there, he gets the spoils.
So Meaney has missed one tonight. A little cider from out here earlier. 5 metres in from touch this time. And he's pushed it wide again, I think. No, off the upright and over. It's Remus Smith. Grant gets a quick play of the ball. Lovely pass out in front of Hughes. And then Meaney skips around Gagai. Outside man is Warbrick. And now the other winger has a meat pie.
Harvey Norman replay. Just watch Harry Green. He comes out to his left and then straight back across his body to the right. A nice flat cutout pass to Jerome Hughes. And we've just seen another Rabbitohs player slip over. It was Gagai this time. But just that deception, just getting the defence leaning one way and then zipping that pass across multiple defenders. And it just creates space for the Storm on the outside. Another wonderful set piece by the Storm.
To the other leg and throws that bullet. What a pass.
So Meaney from the other side. Right over the black dot this time. And the Storm went bang, bang, and here they go again. Munster, oh, beautiful, skips around one, kicks for Coates, who has a hat-trick.
Oh, stop it.
The vision of Munster is
This is freakish. Harvey Norman replay, one marker, Pappenhausen. Just watch this. He is off balance. He jumps in the air to kick it. Oh, I want to live in Munster world. Look at this. Who would think? Look, he just gets the ball and kicks. He has to change his technique of his kick because his stride's out. He actually jumps in the air. Watch it here.
Well, what he does, Joey, he actually lets go of the ball, so he drops it knowing he's going to kick with his left foot. He still has to take another step.
He looked like that uncoordinated kid in the playground.
Plays his role off the bench. Anywhere between 25 and 45 minutes a game for McDonald. Loitering in the ruck area was Mamazelis, the backup dummy half, and leading by 22. I just want to go up in sixes here, the Storm. 3.5 minutes before half-time. They have really turned it on here. The South Sydney threw down a challenge midway through the half. Krantz, surely not! Found space where there was none. South Sydney complained about McDonald, who played the ball, but it's a try for now.
I see him doing this to the other side. He usually gets out to the left and then pirouettes, comes back to the other side.
Straightforward look this time for Meaney.
I'm sure they previewed that against the Melbourne Storm as well, because if you only think back a couple of weeks ago, that's where the Bulldogs, they identified that in the second half, and they aimed all of their...
Doesn't matter who you're playing, but a top-line team like the Storm, you got to try to sustain some pressure. That is just, you just can't do that.
In round 8, the rugby league community comes together to pay tribute to the servicemen and women who have served and continue to serve our countries, and to celebrate the embodiment of the Anzac spirit, loyalty, courage and mateship. On behalf of the whole rugby league community, we thank you. Here's Big Nelson. Asifa Solomona had the arm free as well, if anyone was looming for the offload. Now Grant, no look at a Munster. Flat ball for Blore. Somehow found a passage to Pappenhausen. It's Harlem Globetrotter stuff here from the Melbourne Storm. Munster eventually concedes in the tackle, and they're only midway through the count after that piggyback penalty. King moves it on to Hughes. Pass hits Warbrick. That guy did well with the initial contact with help from Whiten. Inside the red zone they'll go. Pappenhausen chimes in. Smith taking on Isaiah Tass. Good front on tackle in the end. Plays it on the last. Pappenhausen down a really short side with power. Pappy does it again. First try of the game. First try of the second half now for the fullback.
Yeah, well, that's punishment for giving away. This is just, you just cannot do this at that level. That marker.
Mamazelis moves it on. Murray for Walker. Over the top. Oh, it's like a replay of what we saw in the first half. Munster to Coates. And now it's Gagai on the end of things in that court.
With that ball on his right hip, Harvey Norman replay. He's just waiting for the defence to react. Will Warbrick, he reacts, and then he just pulls the trigger there. Cody, he's a genius at it.
And it's that right side defence of the Melbourne Storm again being caught out. That time there, we've seen that high shot as the Rabbitohs attack approaches their defensive line. Nick Meaney, he just gets sucked in. You'll see on this view here. Just watch Meaney and Hughes. Hughes is sliding out. Nick Meaney's sliding backwards, not shifting to his right.
Both born in France, those two young men. From inside the 20, Hughes is forced to kick here. And it sits up nicely for Gagai hunting a hat-trick. Whiten taking the game on with purpose there. Nice post-contact meters on offer. His 5th game for Souths.
David Mwali, I think he just turned 21. he's going to be a player.
Jai Gray leading the meter eaters, as you see. So caught the eye with his output on debut a fortnight ago. And they're inside the red zone here. Overlap created. And here's a chance for Tane Milne, who bumped off Wishart's. And South Sydney have back-to-back tries.
Wow.
That's amazing strength. Wishart's really strong, isn't he? And when he gets the ball, Wishart surges at him and just throws him away.
Tough one for Hawkins, the right footer. The strike is perfection. Drops it over the black dot. Really pulled their pants down at a core stadium last time out. Coming off the bye, they took a long time to get going, but here they come. Tass comes down with it, and Murray will score. Well, look out, here comes South Sydney.
And he's rewarded with another 4-pointer. The Bunnies, they're on a bit of a roll, Billy.
There's Dave Ferner alongside JD up in the South Sydney coaches box. Just joined a couple of weeks ago. To slow service for Hawkins, put him under enormous pressure, but he tumbles a decent kick down towards Pappenhausen. He could afford to let it bounce. Complaining about that contact around the neck chin region, but referee said get up and play it. Next try important in this game. If South Sydney can score again, it's game on here. 15 minutes to go. Hughes trying to put it to bed, goes to Pappenhausen. Great tackle, Jai Gray, as the fullbacks go head-to-head again. Munster at speed. Oh, he makes it look so easy. The post was the only obstacle, but he scores under them.
Yeah, we're back in Munster world, and isn't it fun? The goalpost. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
On the Harvey Norman replay.
Yeah,
Munster showing his class.
Great play, Munster.
3 try assists in the first half, and now a 4-pointer of his own for Munster. He makes it easy for Meaney. Let's get down to Emma Lawrence. He got white line fever there. He had about 3 men over on the left-hand side, maybe more, and Joey was in search of his first try. Now Munster goes to Wishart, and there is the 4-pointer, a play later.
Well, they understand what needs to happen. The ball just needs to get wide to their left.
And Meaney slots the sideline conversion this time.
It puts more onus on the kicker, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To make sure that it goes 10.
Instead, they get lucky with a bounce. Here's Hughes hanging it up. Up they go, and over for Joey Chan. Oh, he's been waiting to celebrate like that, Joey.
Harvey Norman replay. Jerome Hughes steps up, inch perfect, lands it right on the try line, and 3, 4, 5 players there, and Joe Chan, he scores that one.
Yeah, well done. The big man, he gets up high. Very happy. They don't get to score too many. Oh, he just got the ball on the line in maybe what was the second effort. No defender on him, so he's allowed to make that movement. Oh, happy young man. There's the roomies. Alec McDonald, Joe Chan. Yeah, I think the coach you'd love to see him just play a little bit more consistent style of footy, Joey, moving forward.
Meaney adds 2 more. Emma Lawrence, some breaking news. And South Sydney collected through Whiten. How much adventure from them. That's the end of the ball game. South Sydney 0-19 in Melbourne. They just cannot win down here. The Storm far too good. Another win for them on Anzac Day. That is 8 wins in a row on this day of remembrance. Full time here at Amy Park. It is the Storm 54, the Rabbitohs 20.